Welcome to the show and a 90M Cup review where Canterbury completely outclassed Southland in their 101st clash with a score that nearly matched that number. But despite the hammering to the Stags' points differential, they remain in the hunt for a championship semi, as none of the other pretenders could take a premiership scalp, with Otago and Counties Manukau getting close and Tasman denied by a missed forward pass during the decisive Waikato try. Manawatu were no match in the Shield game.
You know, we knew that if we got into our shape and method early on and put them under pressure, then the opportunities were going to come, and hasn't been a great season for the Southland guys, so we thought we could reinforce some of the doubts they may be having early on, and to get a couple of quick tries early on, you know, set us on the right foot going forward.
Was there a conscious effort to sort of countermand what happened last week where you did switch off for a while?
Yeah, certainly defence was a big focus for us going into this game, and it's very pleasing to obviously have them 0 on the scoreboard at the end of the game, so just show that we didn't switch off and really put the nail in.
Quite a few records broken today, but you don't really look at that too closely. You're just looking at what's put out on the park.
Yeah, definitely, and there's still a lot out of that game that we can take out of to work on. I think we fell away from the structure on occasion, and guys just got a little bit hungry to score tries rather than actually going through and playing what was in front of them. So there's still a bit that we can take out of that game to work on.
And when you look at the season, when you play this well, you wonder how you ever lost any games.
Yeah, it's just one of those days. I mean, we're sort of hopefully on the up. It looks like we're on the up, and Southland had a bit of a tough season, a lot of injuries as well. So it's really important that we keep ourselves grounded, and we've got up in Whangarei next week against Northland. So it's always a tough battle for us up there. So just work as usual next week.
So how do you keep them up at this level? Because you can only go backwards when you post a score like that.
Yeah, I think just the balance is really important, and making sure we pay attention to things we need to keep working on. But when there's downtime, we enjoy each other's company and make sure there's lots of laughter, which is part of the success.
I mentioned it in commentary as the contest for places. You've got so many players that are hard to separate in terms of quality.
You know, I think that's just the reflection of the way that everybody trains. You know, the guys who haven't been a part of the 22, they've trained just as hard as those guys, if not harder than the guys who've been starting. So they've all been ready for their opportunity when they've had it, and they've stepped up and causing a few selection dilemmas.
A question I'd planned before the game was how you're enjoying coaching, but I think we've worked that out.
Really enjoying it. It's a great group to be a part of. Two very good coaches I'm coaching with in Tabwai and Scott, so yeah, really enjoying it, and a great bunch of guys who listen and putting out on the track, you know, what we're after. So it's yeah, really enjoyable.
And one thing that will settle the nerves is that you were only tenuously in 4th place. There were threats below, so you had to make a message, a strong one. Yeah, definitely. I think you know, it was a big game for us really. Last week we sort of got things rolling against Waikato, got into a little bit of shape, and it's great to have a dry ball today, so we, you know, had the confidence to get into our shape and play the way we want to play. So hopefully a few more dry days ahead.
You know, we thought we started reasonably well. We were happy with the start, the first 10 minutes, and then I'm not sure if it was tiredness or, you know, lack of concentration, but started falling off tackles, and yeah, difficult day.
Scoreline was ugly, but I'd have to say that it wouldn't matter who turned up today, they got beaten.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I can't answer that. Unfortunately, it was us that turned up, and we certainly didn't turn up with an intention of getting beaten like that, or beaten at all. So, you know, not happy, not a good day.
Got some new guys finding their feet. Taylor Adams, of course, Scott's still learning. Marty coming into the game. This is how you learn. If you're slightly off, you can, you know, take hiding. Yeah,
you definitely can, especially against a team like Canterbury when they, you know, come out with an attitude that they're going to run everything. And yeah, they were pretty clinical. You've got to take your hat off to what Canterbury did, but we should have done a lot better defending them and stopping their attack, and we should have looked after the ball better in the first half when we had it. And they were putting huge amounts of pressure on us, and you know, I was happy with the set piece, and most of the time, you know, most of the line out and a couple of crooked throws, I think, but in general, the line out and scrum worked reasonably well. So it's just our phase broken down, you know, play broken down.
It was the speed they turned the ball over at breakdown. It gave Tim Boys and those guys no chance to contest the ball.
No, none at all, and hard day when you're chasing tails and shadows all day.
They were really good today. Can't get away from that, and we were really bad, and we just couldn't stop anything. And like I said, it just felt like they were unstoppable, and we just, I don't really know, we just couldn't stop them.
Ball bounced the wrong way, the intercept pass, all those things crucial at vital moments of the game went the other way. Yeah,
well, that intercept, they just read it. Bounce of the ball generally goes to the more eager team and the more keen on the ball team, and that was them. There's no such thing as luck bounce of the ball really. There is, but if you want it, you get it, and we didn't, and the results showed that.
I saw you talking to the troops at half-time in the changing room. What really could you say?
We were just trying to think of what is to stop them, pretty much. From those midfield scrums, they were going one way and scoring. So we actually did better in the second half there. We were just thinking ideas of how we could stop them, and yeah, I just feel a bit bad for the young guys because it's tough. Well, they'll learn from it anyway.
And for the first 20 minutes, second half, they didn't score, so the energy was up a bit.
Well, it was more saving face by then. Pride come into it. That was what it was all about for the second half, and then we fell away again. But yeah, it just wasn't pretty.
I did want a quick word about Marty McKenzie because he was courageous on defence, and he's a small guy against some big fast packs.
He should make 2 tackles a game. If we were doing our job up front, and we weren't. But he's had 2 really good games now. He's a very good player. Like you just got we got a really good young team, and they are going to be good. They're going to be better next year and the year after, even better. Once you get rid of some of us old fellas, and they'll get better, and we'll be right. But you don't want to have them learning like this, though.
I think it started from the first 10 minutes. They just came out really fast, and we couldn't adapt to that fast-paced game. They were getting real good cleaners on their first phase and just sending it wide and getting on the outside. The outside backs were really good today, and they showed us up real bad.
Just shows the quality of quick turnover ball at breakdowns. It sort of negates all you forwards.
Yeah, I think we were getting there in numbers, but we just weren't being efficient enough. So, like, our cleaning wasn't as accurate as it should have been. So their loosies were getting there fast and just recycling that ball, and their dangerous backs were just having a field day.
You're playing a bit at lock, a bit at loose forward. What's your preference at the moment?
Definitely lock. I've played lock all my life. I'm just see myself as like a lock that can cover a bit of 6 if needed.
You're not getting many chances to run with the ball in hand today, though, is it?
Nah, just a matter of staying in the D line. It's pretty hard work out there today. Hot day, wasn't the ideal result.
Lineouts and scrums, though, they were fairly tidy.
Yeah, our line-out wasn't that tidy actually. We blew a bit of our ball, just not jumping up straight, jumping into their line-out and getting a few not straights called. So we got a long turnaround now, so we got a long time to sort out those mistakes and jump on the horse again.
And no matter who you play, they won't be tougher than this group.
No, it's every year Canterbury's the one to beat, and it's just the same this year. They're going to be tough to beat in the semis, and wouldn't be surprised if they went back to back.
A lot of confidence in that back play today.
Me and Johnny and Adam out there just had a license to have a go at everything we did. So yeah, it was good to have a run and just try everything. So it was good.
And after last week, when you had that little lull in the middle of the game, a lot more consistent this week.
Yeah, a lot more consistent. We knew that Southland was going to come out and just going to give it the all, but yeah, we had to prepare well. I think we prepared really well this week, and it just showed out there that everyone had clarity on what to do and how we were going to play the game. So it was good. And pretty seamless when the guys come off the bench too these days. Yeah, when they came on, it was good to know that guys can come on and do the job. So yeah, we had a pretty good bench to come off, like guys like Nussie and Andy, and it got to get them come on and just run it like they were playing at the start. So yeah, it's good. And a reminder to the selectors that you'd like to start more often. Yeah, hopefully. So yeah, still got a few work-ons to work on, but yeah, I'm just pretty happy with that performance. Still heaps to work on, but yeah. Have you got your Super 15 plans sealed yet or not? I haven't really thought that far, to be honest. I've really focused on ITM at the moment, and hopefully the future will take care of itself. So yeah. If you keep playing like that, it'll help. Yeah, no, definitely will.
Despite a flurry of activity, the standings don't change much. In the Premiership, the top 4 remain the same, but the bottom 3, trying to avoid relegation, have been cut adrift and have a survival battle in isolation. It's less clear in the Championship, where all but North Harbour can qualify. Southland have a favourable draw in having 2 home games, one against the struggling Manawatu, winning just one of those, and Northland losing their 2 tough remaining encounters, and the Stags could still go through. They have a week to lick some gaping wounds before Taranaki come to town.